ladies and gentlemen, you are live listening to The Burning Truth. Hello there, folks. Welcome to The Burning Truth. We're here. It's Saturday. And we're evolving.
We're evolving.
We're reaching. It's going over 9,000.
It's over 9,000.
We're evolving.
Definitely.
Music.
I'm like, it's not music, it's intro.
Intro music. Intro music.
We have intro.
Also be known as an entrance.
Would it be as epic as that?
Yes, hopefully. No,
One day.
Would be.
One day
So,
we'll aim.
Welcome to The Burning Truth. I am the one.
No. You're not the one. You are the man, the myth, the legend, Nathan Goff.
And across from me is the mystical, the maniacal, the sometimes computer breaking, trailblazing, eyebrow raising. He couldn't hit a stink face if it. It is Matt Burns. How am I back? I hold myself back then from swearing.
I know.
I'm quite impressed.
Who are you?
I know. Things are changing. Times are changing.
Is it good?
Yes.
It's really
So,
good.
we're going to do a quick warning. We are not here next week.
We are not here next week.
There will be no live episode. Notice how I said there will be no live episode. There will be an episode. Never fear, we will still be here.
I thought the phrase might sound a bit different in my head, but then I just thought, nope, just lose it back. Roll with it, stay with it.
No, we'll still be here. It is Matt's first time actually leading something apart from himself and a wank.
Really?
Really. So, next week we'll be here. It is my origin stories, or as you call it, beginnings.
Beginnings. Humble beginnings.
Very humble beginnings. You know, close enough to being a plumber's son.
Or he wishes. He wishes.
I had a dream.
So,
this week, we have had Raw's lowest ratings. Britain winning 9 medals. 9 gold medals, I think we're at now. Maybe. 8 to 9.
Shall we be aiming at that right now?
You know, so TNA swapped hands. Well, I say swapped hands. Someone's had a promotion for putting it down the toilet. It's the only time in history someone has given themselves a promotion for doing shit.
Yeah. Oh, what am I going to do?
Only in America.
We're going down the drain. Here, I have a promotion.
I'm going to make myself chairwoman. Billy Corgan has become the first president this year to be nominated in the United States. Just of TNA, not of the United States.
We're not touching that subject. So,
first, we're going to cover a question from a fan. Yeah, because we've just had an email, which while we're a couple of minutes late, I was responding back to it. I'd nicked the computer and
nicked the computer.
Back.
The fact that, nicking the computer doesn't compromise of, oh, are you working hard there? Yes, I am. Yoink.
Yeah, can't do it off my phone. So I'm having this. Public relations. Head of public relations here.
Head of public relations. You. Good Lord. Next, you'll be saying I'm the health and safety manager.
We're all doomed. So, the question was, and it was from Miss Mowaco, that what do we think is next for Sasha Banks?
So, what do you mean by next for Sasha Banks? You mean
after SummerSlam?
So, are we assuming that she's?
Well, do you assume she wins? Do you lose? It's predictions early. I think she wins
I
because
think
Charlotte's
she
having
wins.
some time off. But what's next? Do her and Nia Jax go? Do you give Nia Jax a bit more time to learn the ropes because she's still green? And if I'm Sasha, do I want to go against Nia Jax yet? Do you want to have a month with Dana Brooke to just finish the whole thing off?
Ooh. Then again, Dana's green.
Paige is coming back. Would you like to see Paige versus Sasha?
Paige and Sasha could do well.
Could Sasha take Paige back to where she used to be? I know she's due back from injury in the next couple of weeks. She's been suffering with a back and a shoulder injury.
It's a possibility. I'd say yes, she could. But the question is, if it isn't Paige, then who? Nia Jax is, as you said, a bit green, but she's got a character that she can work with. Where with Dana Brooke, yeah, she is learning very, very quickly. It's just you can see herself. She doesn't look very safe, does she?
She's learning.
She's learning.
She's going to be a top woman heel, I think. She's got the look, she's got the physique, and she's always learning.
That's fine. That's fine. She's always learning. However, the thing that Vince and everybody's going to be thinking is she learning quick enough? And could you say she's a main event player in that division?
Only time will tell. But who'd you put her against? Because now the brand extensions come, you can't put her against the Dana Brooke, against Becky Lynch even. Bloody hell, sound like Michael Cole.
Or are you doing a JBL?
No, so
it's John O'Clock. John O'Clock. Oh, sorry. I better stop that in case we get sued by somebody.
But no, so you can't put her against Becky Lynch. You can't put her against Natalya. Who'd you put her against?
Does somebody come up?
Bit early for Bayley.
Possibly, but by then she will be done.
Will she? What happens if she wins? What happens if Bayley wins?
Good point. It's a good point. I'll agree to that. It's a good point if she wins. But there's still doubt because they're always looking for the next star. Now, it's either going to personally three. I think it's one of three. Bayley coming up. It's going to be Nia Jax. Oh, hang on. Some stars are coming back, aren't they? What if they have her involved with them?
Yeah.
Like a Lita, a Trish?
No. I don't think you'll see Lita step foot in a ring again. I don't think you'll see Trish step foot in a ring again. Nikki Bella supposedly going to SmackDown once she's cleared.
Mickie James?
I think it's a bit early. I think you'll see Mickie James around Survivor Series.
Alright.
I think she'll feud with Dana for a bit.
There is that possibility, but only time will tell.
But no, I'm going for Dana. You're going for Nia.
I'm going to go with Nia. Yeah.
What I'd like to see is Asuka come on.
Sold.
And have that feud till Survivor Series.
Sold.
That put women's wrestling back on.
That put butts on seats.
So, now that we've covered that, where would we be best moving to next? There's been shots fired. I just don't know whether the blanks are actually fully loaded shots.
Or is that pre bounce checks?
Right. Aaron Rex,
AKA
the saviour of the unwashed masses.
AKA
Aaron Stevens,
AKA
Damien Mizdow,
AKA formerly
Damien Sandow.
Correct.
Why, if on the independent scene, when every other person that comes to TNA gets to keep their independent name, do you change his? And why the fuck do you name it after a dinosaur?
My name is Aaron Rex.
Why? Why not just Aaron Stevens?
Aaron Stevens works. Unless they've got somebody with a Stevens name and they thought, no, we might clash with somebody else.
What do we think of the promo?
As much as he made
It was a shots fired. I'm still undecided whether there were blanks or.
As much as they continue on and say, oh, it's not about you, it clearly was.
And when you're shooting off at the opposition, do you really want to wake up that giant? And also, why would you want to burn a bridge which could still stay open?
Yeah.
Because it's a fair meal ticket at WWE. The pay's decent if you get on the main roster.
And they always look after the stars.
Well,
no, they actually do. With rehab and everything, if you've ever been an employee.
I just don't understand why you absolutely burn that bridge. Yes, you may not have got the push that you deserve.
You could say
not everyone is going to be a main event superstar. And Arthur in his promo was saying that he likes the fans. Well, the fans make you a main event superstar, and for the first 6 or 7 years in WWE, you couldn't draw a dime.
He went through different name changes, but when they finally had something, and they did, WWE had something really going well.
Which was?
When it was Damien Mizdow. They were hyping up the feud for it to begin.
Was that a really good thing?
I'm not saying it's a main event picture.
Because in all fairness, you could put me in there taking the piss out of the Miz, and I could probably draw.
That's a credit to...
Good, because Miz is that hated, which is his job. The Miz hasn't been a face for God knows how many years.
Mm-hmm.
He is a natural heel. People hate him.
Yep.
But he works hard.
No, that's not what I'm saying. If you just paused, I'm not just saying that. I mean, what I'm saying is when they had something there to pull the trigger on, they went, no. We're going to do this. We're going to put you down there. We're going to move you here. Because just think, they had a time where...
I think he could have been a good upper mid-carder.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, but that's what I'm saying. Regardless of it, when the time came for him to have a big moment, like against Miz, it was like, oh, he's been feuding, he was with Miz, took the beating, took the vibrating, took the insults, and then when it came for the change, the snap, the boom, where was the kaboom? As in, where was the match against the Miz to signify...
There was plenty of matches against him, Miz.
No. Where was the big one? The one time of all that?
I just think they shot the load a little bit early on it.
A little bit, but then it came through the WrestleMania Battle Royal. Andre won. You had the crowd going absolutely...
Was this one the Big Show one?
Yes. You know exactly where I'm going to go with this, don't you? We're going to give it Big Show because he's been with us for so long. What the hell did it do for Big Show? Him winning it? Credibility-wise.
I've got an argument for this.
So,
how many years has Big Show been in the company?
I understand.
Right. How many Battle Royals and Royal Rumbles has he been in?
A lot.
Do you know how many he's won?
One.
Which was?
That one.
And how many should he have won?
A few more.
Because?
He's a giant, you're going to say.
No.
He's a big guy.
Yes.
End result, the product of it, when he won it, what did it mean?
No, he meant nothing.
Nothing after
at the end when he won it, but I understand why he won it.
No, I understood why he won it, but what was the payoff for it? Oh, well done, here you go. Thanks very much for working for us, and here's your first Battle Royal win. Mizdow, who was hot on it, crowd are calling for him to win it. if he won, it would have helped elevate him a little bit.
He would have had a Zack Ryder moment.
A bit, yes. It would have been more. It would have meant more to the crowd. Instead,
in all fairness, parts of the promo, it just felt like a forced. I've come to TNA because WWE mistreated me.
Agreed.
Me.
This seemed like the typical former WWE wrestler going to TNA promo. I can name you one name straight away that comes to mind. That the exact same thing. Christian, didn't he do something like that?
Yeah. Oh, I can give you loads.
Exactly.
Bobby Lashley did that.
Oh yeah, he did.
Kurt Angle, because Vince wouldn't let me wrestle because he thought I was too injury prone.
And there you go.
It's just a disgruntled WWE employee who comes here. Did you notice on the names of hot free agents that the Pope spouted off? Not one of them was from an independent company.
Oh, all WWE.
All WWE. And they were all mid-carders. Not main eventers. Not even like upper mid-carders. Just mid-level talent.
But when it comes to Aaron Rex, superstar!
Is Aaron Rex going to change the face of professional wrestling? No. Is he a good worker? Yes.
Did you know how to perform? Yes.
Should he be a world champion?
Possibly. We'll have to see on how things develop. But then again, with
what world title means the most?
What?
What world title means the most?
Oh, did it be?
And then?
The Universal?
No. I'd go with the New Japan.
Oh no, I've seen the WWE Universal. That's on the same
It's got
part.
no heritage. Means fuck all.
Doesn't mean anything. It's still there.
The one in Toys R Us means more than that fucking thing at the moment. It's got more history and more shelf life. But like, if you're looking at like main heavyweight titles, ones that have been around and have got the heritage,
New
you got
Japan,
WWE's,
yeah.
and then probably New Japan's.
Followed by from after New Japan?
NWA.
Alright. That's it. It does have a heritage.
Would you go with Noah? It's a toss up, isn't it?
I'd go alright.
It's good.
Then Noah.
RH has had some pretty decent people hold there.
I've had their championships and everything.
But it's only just become a world championship though, hasn't it? Because of Jay Lethal.
No. No, he wasn't the first one to make it a world championship.
Right.
Somebody else made that a world championship.
Which was?
If I'm not mistaken, Daniel Bryan.
Right. No, I was just wondering.
Formerly Bryan Danielson.
Because he's been touring around the UK. He loves the UK as well.
Oh, I know. But the first one to actually do it was Bryan Danielson when he fought Nigel McGuinness. Yes, her name hasn't been mentioned for a while. And I'm going to get mentioning it now, aren't I? Oh, yes, I can already see that smoke on your face.
And then who else did defend it? Because to make it a world title, doesn't have to be defended in two countries.
Technically, yes. But with ROH, they travel across, Canada and everything. So
does Canada count as another country?
Yes, it does.
Because, like, if you look at like certain things, it says the Canada and USA. USA and Canada. Yeah, it's a bit like us, England and Wales. If I defended the belt in Wales and Scotland, does that make it a World Heavyweight Championship?
But that's all under the United Kingdom.
In all fairness, if I went to Scotland, do you think they won't be a part of the United Kingdom at the moment?
You think you'll be making it out alive?
Probably not. But
I agree.
If you can join them by land, which is what you're saying with England and Wales.
I'm not saying that with it, just that. I'm not saying that. That's not my decision.
Because it's the United Kingdom. So, therefore...
But it's weird. It's weird. I know.
So, if I defend the belt in France and then Germany, it doesn't count as one country because I've defended it in Europe.
Funny. I don't know how it's done. I don't know how it's done. I'm not the rule maker. I'm not the bad guy here.
I want to view this wrestling rule book because somewhere someone's fucked up.
Please don't give him that rule book because it would be the nightmare of me. Because all I can just see is me stating something. I want my rematch, and then him come and say, unfortunately, rule 45
Of the wrestling rule book.
of the wrestling
Rule
on there.
45 under Section 39 says
You cannot have a wrestling match because you have black ties on your boots. Or some bull like that.
It would be interesting to see like the fundamental rule book of where all these rules come through, like world title.
It's either going to be a fundamental rule book or some guys got together, said, this is the rule, pass it on.
And no one's bothered writing it.
Pretty much. That could be.
So let's go on to the important one. Dixie Carter, Billy Corgan. So Dixie Carter is going on as being the person responsible for brand strategy and development. So expanding the brand. Dixie Carter is the last person I'd want to expand that brand.
As much as I try my best to defend TNA and Impact Wrestling from week in, week out, I can't defend that.
Right, you basically just put
How can I defend that?
You just put the woman in charge of expanding the brand.
Of the woman who's been messing up the business, who has been basically stopping people from buying it because they didn't want to follow her instructions.
Well, Tim does that. Expanding the brand. So that could be by doing house shows. Who stopped the company doing house shows?
Dixie Carter.
Expanding the brand. Maybe touring a bit. Who stopped touring?
Dixie Carter.
Maybe having a headquarters. Who got them kicked out of their old headquarters?
Dixie Carter.
Yeah. And you're trusting this woman
to expand
the company. She's going to expand eggs in a microwave.
She can implode it, not expand it. Now, Billy Corgan.
Willing to give him a chance. So Billy Corgan, if you want to wear, lead singer, Smashing Pumpkins, is a producer for a couple of TV shows. He's got some, is it Emmys, Golden Globes.
He does have a business mind.
Yeah, business mind. He's responsible for the day-to-day running of Impact Wrestling.
I just hope to God he's got a leash.
The day-to-day running. Now, a day-to-day running of a wrestling company, wouldn't you want someone who knows a little bit about wrestling? Like, the inside of a wrestling company. Yes, it's brilliant to have someone there who can help you out with marketing strategy, who's expanded into different things. He's done music, he's done television, that's fine. But wouldn't you also want someone like a JR who knows the day-to-day runnings? Because when...
Either a JR or someone with a racket.
I don't think Jim Cornette would dare go back.
Oh, no, I'm not saying... No, I said like, not.
But I'm willing to give him a chance. Because we want more companies. But I just think he needs to bring someone in, or otherwise I think he'll be out of his depth this time. Because running a wrestling company day to day is not the same as a music studio.
And just to point this out, my colleague just offered some sound advice. One person you want to keep well away from Impact Wrestling and TNA.
It's Vince Russo.
It's Vince Russo.
Do not let Russo back.
Do not let Russo back, because I am telling you now, the reason why you're in the state that you are in is because of Vince fucking Russo.
Vince Russo isn't just to blame. In all fairness...
No. He's not just to blame. There's been many fuck-ups that have happened.
I'm probably about to do the one thing that shouldn't be done.
Go on.
I'm about to partly defend Vince Russo.
I'm putting my feet up for this one.
So, Vince Russo...
Okay.
has a little bit of a creative brain.
Right.
Now, some ideas are better than no ideas. However, this is a bit like letting a scientist go with an unlimited budget and no supervision.
Yes.
So yes, he may invent the cure for cancer, but he also may blow the world up at the same time.
It may cause a plague.
Yeah. But if you've got someone there, to focus that and go, no, that's a stupid idea, and then, yes, that's a decent idea. How would you further that? Vince Russo could be an asset if restricted to working underneath someone.
One problem with that, TNA shouldn't even give him the light of day, seeing as he was the one who messaged.
Oh yeah, for what he's done. But
who messaged? What was it? What was it before Pop?
Destination America.
Destination America, stating, "Oh, they don't know what they're fucking doing. Hire me as an executive, and I can tell you what they should be doing. I can put my clear perspective on it. Give me money so I can give you my perspective." When they turned around and said to him, "Fuck off," and then it got revealed he was involved, right? He got rid of it. So technically, in a way, part of what Vince Russo did on him could have actually affected their deal with Destination America. So when they went to Pop, what do you think? Oh, I'll leave him with Pop. Let's see what they do. Guess what he did? "Hey, Pop, I'm a wrestling television guy. They don't know what they're fucking doing. Hire me, so I..." Really?
It's
basically, Vince Russo has basically had the one person who's actually listened to him for a while, which is Dixie Carter. Then eventually, when he pissed her off enough, they had to get rid of him. He has stabbed her in the back and moved on. And just gone, "Oh, I know." Instead of thinking the person of, she tried to take it to the point where I could be involved in wrestling as long as possible because nobody on earth will touch me. That's sound of mind. that he's gone round their backs to do that.
She's let him do that. If you're in charge of a company, you should be in charge of monitoring your staff. If you aren't in charge of monitoring the staff.
However, she can't monitor the Pop staff. He's saying to Pop, "Hire me as your executive at Pop. You pay me money, and I'll give you my feedback on what they should be doing next. So you give them orders."
Yeah, but
so he's trying to bypass everybody to get his foot on the door. But the fact is, he's damaged. He's done some damage. And then when they said, "Just take some time off, put your feet up," to the point where Dixie Carter's defended him. When it's come to a point where she's had to let him go, he's going, "Right, I take that as she stabbed me in the back." Not the case. Now, straight away, I know this might sound like I'm a Jim Cornette fan or whatever. I do think Vince Russo is quite possibly a cunt. And that's just my personal opinion of what he is. Right? I'm not saying he isn't a wrestling genius, but like you said, when he was with WWE, he might have had some genius ideas. He went to WCW. "Oh, here's Full Control." Buried it. Went to TNA. Buried it. His own destruction of other companies speaks for itself. So the only way he can work is if there's somebody way above him who's controlling him and telling him what's right and what's wrong, and at the same time, he's trying to bypass that person to get his ideas out to destroy the that are going to destroy the company. It doesn't work like that.
No.
But this is personal view. You may or may not agree with it, right? I think the fact that he keeps stating that he supposedly invented Triple H, Steve Austin, The Rock, probably at some point says he invented Kurt Angle, Kane, Chris Jericho, who else? Undertaker, and God knows how many people he's probably said. He'd probably even go as far as say he created Shawn Michaels and DX.
He did have a little bit of involvement in the D-Generation X.
He had a little bit of involvement, but this is the thing. He had. That was back then. He is now how far since that moment? He is relying on what he's done in the past. So far in the past, he's trying to dazzle with something that's so far in the past that's already come and gone. And then when people actually catch up to what he's actually done, the destruction.
Well, different view. How many people have been a part of the most successful part of wrestling history?
You catch him on one hand.
Yes. Does his name come into the most successful part of wrestling history?
Briefly.
Right. And he's also had a part of being part of its most destructive
Oh, definitely.
house, along with a person that you have not even slagged off.
Oh, would that be a certain person who comes by the name of Chris Ferrara?
No. Eric Bischoff.
Fair enough.
Eric Bischoff does the same as Russo, if you want to tarnish it like that. He's come with good, he comes with bad.
Yes.
Just like everyone. Vince McMahon wanted to do an incest story on Raw with his own daughter.
Good point.
Just let that settle in. Vince Russo did not come up with that storyline. That's Vince.
Yes. But still, there was still somebody there to say no.
Do you know who said no?
Yes. Stephanie. Triple H. Shane McMahon. His wife.
So that's his family. No one in the production meeting, man. You know, Vince, that's a little bit of a stupid idea.
No, they probably didn't have a chance. This was actually outside of the meetings. It was never mentioned in meetings.
But we'll move on. Hopefully TNA...
No. I'm not... Let me just state this. Well, I need to say, I agree with you. However, Bischoff has got some good body of work.
But so's...
Minor. It wasn't a full, massive help, but okay, he may have been part of it, right? But the way he's making it out is he single-handedly made the Austin 316, the Rocks, the Triple H's, and everything, which he didn't.
Oh no!
No. That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. He is making out he made them into superstars, not a team effort. He made them, but that's not the case. It's a team effort. Now, Bischoff, in a team effort, yes, when he first started, WCW, he almost killed WWE. Did Vince Russo do anything like that? At that magnitude?
Vince Russo came on when WWE caught up with WCW.
Correct.
No, when they were about to catch up. He was there with the Mankind thing.
Correct.
So, he did not have a chance to kill. Well, he did have a chance to kill WWE, but this was at a time when Bischoff had already made his big play with the NWO. So, he'd gone from WWE to WCW because of the offer of money.
Yeah.
Just when they were on the decline. Was it the best move for him? No.
No.
And in all fairness, I think you have to give some credit to Vince, because Vince managed to channel Russo's creative ability.
In a way, a little bit, yeah.
Where no one else has managed to yet.
Yes. No, that's what I'm saying.
Because
I agree.
he has got some creative ability.
No, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. But the man is stating his body of work as he created, not that his work went to Vince and he approved it would work. He oversold. He's overselling what he's producing. Now, as much as you can say that with Bischoff
Well,
and
it's the
everything,
same as everyone. Everyone oversells what they do.
agreed.
And
But
if you are
the
your own
difference,
biggest fan,
agreed. I'm not stating that. I'm not stating that anyway. But I think he blew a lot of smoke up and then caused a lot of fires. And then when he went away, came back, he got involved in another company. He blew more smoke.
in all fairness, if he'd have walked away after the Attitude Era, I don't think anyone would have this conversation that he wasn't a big part of the Attitude Era.
No,
It's because he's overstayed his welcome.
He's overstayed his welcome. Not only has he just overstayed his welcome, he's done.
He's had one success and more failures. So
Yeah.
It was like he caught lightning in a bottle and he tried to catch it in a bottle
Again.
much too often. A bit like Bischoff.
True. However, Bischoff tried to work with him, and there was supposedly some. If I recall, there was an angle where that involved Hogan with the title or something.
Because he wanted to give it to DDP.
Or something or other.
Which was what Finger wanted to do, not Bischoff.
Russo.
Yeah.
Right, but they were arguing back and forth. So they did this angle where, the angle became where Jeff Jarrett laid down, Hogan took the title, looked annoyed and upset and everything, walked out and everything. That it was supposed to look like it was a shoot or whatever, someone might say, or fix or whatever, like a shoot fixed. And the idea is, and this is where I'm going to criticise Bischoff a little bit. He left the show with Hogan. What shouldn't he have done?
He shouldn't have left.
Why? Because that means he's left somebody else in charge.
Yeah.
And what happened when he left Russo in charge? Russo then waited for them to leave, suddenly strolled back down to the ring and did a shoot on Hogan without Hogan knowing, which, if I'm not mistaken, angered a lot of people. So he went off script massively.
Yeah, it's varied, but we'll move on from this area.
We'll move on from this area because this can be a touchy subject that can go on for hours, days, months, weeks, fucking years.
But we wish TNA all the best. Hopefully they get some structure in there.
They do. We have got one more subject of TNA that does need to be mentioned, and it's an upsetting one.
The broken ones.
No, don't even start. My mistake too. Thanks for reminding me. One is the title pictures. Have you seen it?
Can I just say, I don't mind one person holding all the titles.
Really?
Can I explain why?
Right, go on.
So, in boxing...
No. I can see what you're going right now.
So, if you are the superior athlete, it doesn't matter if you're 180 or thingy. So, if you weigh, say you weigh 180 pound.
Yeah.
Which my class is a middleweight. I don't know. I don't do boxing weight classes. I don't know what the cut-offs are. So let's say, for example, you're a middleweight. You win that title. You beat everyone in that division. You want to, move up to the next.
Basically, you're saying Evander Holyfield, Conor McGregor, and everything.
Well, I won't go as far as Conor McGregor because I don't think he'll make the step up.
No.
I honestly think he's bit off more than he can chew.
No. I'm not.
Fuck out.
I wasn't referring to the Diaz fight. I was talking about the original plan. he was having. Wade moved up one weight class and then fight for the title. That's what he was considering.
But no, so I don't mind that because it shows that you are the superior athlete.
Yes.
And if you can do it, then yes. And then it'd bring credibility to your title as your most superior athlete has got all the belts. However, the argument is the person that beats him in a title match, should they get all 3 belts? That's where the argument comes in.
Yeah, because this is wrestling.
Or do you make him fight 3 different matches in one night?
Which they won't. Clearly, they won't. Now, straight away, here's where my issue lies in this matter.
So everyone's aware, this is Matt just having a moan this week.
Oh, definitely.
He's a little bit upset. Just a teeny weeny bit.
Just a bit. No, but this is
He woke up on the wrong side of the cage this morning.
Cage, bed, cage, whatever you want to call it. I don't give us.
Someone poked him with a really big stick.
And just didn't like the mauling after. But anyway, my point is, I have with this, it's not the fact that he's got all the titles as well. I understand your point of view and what you said with the issue with the thing. That is a major point. But it was the build-up to it. Lashley got no videos or anything to hype him up to this big match against James Storm for the King of the Mountain title. Title versus title. Nothing. It was all focused on James Storm. On James Storm. On James Storm. On James Storm. Making him look like he's a big star. He's about to do it. He's about to do it. For that.
Does that make us look better than focusing on?
It can do, but then what was so stupid is.
No. Both of them up to the same level by doing that because they're going. This is how good our ex-world champion is. However, this is our current champion future as well.
I agree with you, but he just come from a feud against somebody for the belt. Lashley then walked in, just went, "Me want title, you give it me now." It just. This is the part where Rex's promo falls. Your body of work. Your work tells you where you can go. You can do it, you wrestle, you do your best. You get title opportunities. Lashley didn't even fight in the King of the Mountain section. Okay, he is the World Heavyweight title. James Storm didn't even barely even out 5 minutes before he walked down, says, "Me want title, you give it me now, 1 week." So James Storm winning the title, what did it mean?
Is it building up for a feud?
No.
Are you sure?
It looks more like it's going straight to Thingy, Aaron Rex.
I don't think it will. I think Aaron Rex will build himself up so he gets the title shot.
Nope, it's already going. They've already had him walking out at the end of that match, interested in fighting.
So it's just contradicting his own promo.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and this is where I'm arguing with it straight away. So James Storm, who's just fought his way, finally getting the King of the Mountain title, he's fought hard. For him to win that title mean absolutely nothing. He just became a transitional champion once again, which I find abysmal because James Storm is a good hand, very talented. And that's why I've probably got to stick up somewhere.
In all fairness, I can understand where thing is coming from as well, lastly, because you're saying people have got to earn the shots.
Yeah.
Well, you're the world champion. If you want a shot at something...
No, true. I agree. But why didn't they build it up?
For a pay-per-view. So that's TNA's fault, that isn't Lashley's fault.
No, that's what I'm saying. Why didn't they build it up to something special? That's the problem. So then, that's my problem.
Hopefully, Billy Corgan can fix that. Hopefully that can be fixed.
It needs to be fixed.
So, let's move on to...
Right.
Broken Brother Nero.
Good Lord! Don't even get me started on that! I was just going to say, let me have a breather from the rage. Good Lord.
So, I watched Impact in probably about 20 minutes on YouTube because I just pick out the bits that are the main storylines or things that sound interesting when reading through the results. It doesn't go on here till about 10, half 10 at night, and in all fairness, I'll stay up till 12:30 to watch Impact Wrestling.
I'm developing a twist from what you just said.
So, Broken Jeff Hardy, or Broken Brother Nero, as he is.
And so it's been Broken Matt Burns.
as he's probably going to be called going forward, and Broken Matt Hardy. So Matt Hardy has pushed Jeff to his breaking point. Can we use breaking point without being copyrighted?
Push him to the limit.
Over the limit?
Oh, for God's sake!
So he's basically just got at him and got at him.
He's broken him.
He's made him do tag matches on his own and win tag matches in this tag tournament to go for the number one contendership. And it's basically pushed him to the limit. And after the semi-finals, he started a twist of fating everyone. He gave 3-1 to one French competitor. He gave God knows how many to Al Snow, who completely botched off the landings.
Boom! I said boom! Pick another.
I think there was 2 twists of fate and 1 twist of stunner.
And somewhere a twist of hate.
Yeah. But what the fuck was the Swanton Bomb through with the table for? You know, if you're gonna
the only person who can hurt me is myself. Is myself.
I'm pretty sure if I pulled a gun out, that'd hurt you.
I'm pretty sure if I hit you with a body slam, it's going to hurt you. If I hit you with a DDT, it's going to hurt you.
If I kicked you in the balls,
it's going to hurt you. No, that's not you hurting yourself. Okay, fair enough. You could probably have an argument and say, I willingly went into the match. Doesn't say you kicked yourself in the bollocks.
It's Christ. I just don't understand why it's going. And when you can hear the fans, when it hasn't even been edited out, going, this is bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm just imitating.
Well, this is bullshit being shouted only by 1 or 2, but if 1 or 2 keep shouting that, it turns into 3 and 4. Then it turns into 10s, 20s,
30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s.
If people are starting shouting this is bullshit, then there's something wrong.
There is something wrong. I'm watching it and you saw me twitching.
Well, it's something new, but I'm lost. Like, where's the storyline going? Where's the payoff? Is there a payoff?
It's just their way. It's just their way of keeping them together as broken Hardys.
Just another point, and this is probably something that should have been brought up 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Don't push it.
But why is Matt's wife bringing the kid out on a baby, like hugging whatever they're called, like harness?
Yeah.
But it's on her back. Why? Is that like kid cruelty? Subjecting it to that much noise?
Stay behind.
Yeah. Why would you take your young child out to potentially that much abuse? Because I aren't an expert, but if it starts crying, are you going to be able to hear it with all that noise?
No.
And what do? Do you stop your promo to, it's all right.
It's all right. And why is it behind it, not in front, so she can go, it's okay.
Yeah. It's just one of the things when I was like trying to catch up with this to see if I could see where the storyline was going. I just don't like.
No. But then again,
snap back into place.
But then again, we could turn around and say we can't judge any mother doing their mother job. That's their choice. That's their belief.
Yeah.
That's fine. Now, one thing,
it's a bit cruel.
It's just unusual. Now, here's the thing that people haven't pointed out: unhinged Jeff Hardy. Haven't we seen this before?
Isn't it Willow?
Isn't it Willow?
But where does this lead to? Does this lead to Jeff snapping back into place?
Does this mean, I've broken you, yes, and then finally realise he's just snapped him into Willow?
And didn't TNA break the unforeseen rule?
What was that?
They mentioned the opposition.
Did he?
They mentioned Matt Hardy in a British Jamaican accent mentioned McMahon, saying that, are you going to wrestle for McMahon? Or are you going to wrestle for that Japan new, that wrestling of Japan newness, or whatever he says?
Oh, good lord. I understand he's trying something new, but if you are going to butcher a culture, pick one!
He's
not butchering across the board!
At least he's been back. He hasn't.
Oh, by your standards of, Skate! I'm going to butcher this, and this. It'll be fine, because if anybody complains, it's across the board! Good lord!
He's been back to all parts. He hasn't just picked one,
I am part Jamaican, even though I might sound British and something else.
There's a little bit of American, a little bit of British.
But America, British, Jamaican.
God knows what else.
What's he going to say next? Jamaican me crazy. Oh God. Oh God. Right. Please, move us on. Move us on.
I think I've broken Matt Baines.
Just move us on, for God's sake.
Come on, brother Baines.
No, I'm not going down that road. We're not going down that road. Let's move on.
To the British news.
I feel calmer now. Right. Where would you like to go first?
Let's go RevPro.
RevPro it is. I'll let you announce what it is with RevPro, if you like.
So RevPro, there's a couple of advertised matches that have been given a bit of a build to sell the arena out. So the first one that was heavily publicised was Matt Dream. It was hero versus villain. The light against the dark.
I'm done.
It was Chris Hero versus Marty Scurll.
Marty Scurll, the villain.
And would you like to mention who won?
We all know him.
The lightness prevailed.
Does the light prevail against the dark? Do we see a chicken wing, or do we see an elbow to the skull? We see the elbow to the skull, pretty much. Chris Hero defeats Marty Scurll. Now, we've already got one ahead of ourselves, which is, if you want the proper names, Chris Hero has got a nickname now with RevPro. He calls himself the Knockout Artist, Chris Hero.
Right.
And he, as we said, defeated Marty Scurll by pinfall, most likely due to the elbow to the back of the head. Now, we've got straight away some results here. So would you like me to just go down the card straight away?
Yeah.
We've got Jay White defeating Josh Bowden by submission. We've got the East End Butcher. Do you know who that is? Charles Samuels. Defeating the Beast of Belfast. Big Damo. By referee stoppage. Charles Samuels used his scarf, which was hidden from the referee's view, to choke out Big Damo. How's that sound to you?
Sounds vicious.
It does. This one might surprise you. The British Youngbloods.
Was this against PJ Black and
I was
Ryan
just about
Smile?
to say, yeah.
Now, for those of you that don't know who PJ Black is, this is Justin Gabriel.
Yes. Direwolf, PJ Black, with the old Daystar Ryan Smile.
I think it'd be interesting to see what they're like tagging together.
Dynamically. Yeah, I think that would work. However, Ryan Smile and Direwolf, PJ Black couldn't get the win over the British Youngbloods, which is Jake, I do apologise if I do get this pronunciation incorrect.
Pronunciation.
The fact I've already failed already. That's a great start. Jake McCluskey and Kieran Bruce. I would have butchered that, haven't I?
Yes.
I do apologise if I have butchered it. So I'll just state the British Youngbloods defeated All Day Star Ryan Smile and Direwolf PJ Black by pinfall. We've already mentioned about the knockout artist beating the villain Marty Skirtle. How about this one? Ricochet versus the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne.
The what weight?
Bruiserweight. He calls himself the Bruiserweight because he likes to bruise people up. How's that for you?
Sounds a bit kinky.
Well, float your boat. Anyway, Ricochet defeated Pete Dunne. However, following the match, Pete Dunne viciously attacked Ricochet. Next match for the undisputed British Heavyweight Championship. This is Zack Sabre Jr., the champion, versus Mr. Athletic Jeff Cobb. Do you know who that is? Who Jeff Cobb is? Have you seen him?
We haven't seen him live now.
We haven't seen him live, but I know who he is. I know a bit about him. He's a big guy who can do a standing shooting star quite impressively. Very impressively. If I mentioned...
Is it as impressive as the Kevin Steen senton from Pac Standing Dropkick?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know exactly where you're leaning with that. You're on about the Botchamania, aren't you?
Yes.
We'll go on to that. We'll give that a nice little plug later. But possibly, yes, because how many guys do you know that's probably 200 plus pounds of muscle that can do a shooting star effortlessly?
Apollo Creed.
More muscle. He's got more muscle mass than him.
He said 200 pounds. So Apollo Creed.
There's one. Next one.
Pac.
He's not 200 plus.
You just said 200.
I said 200 plus.
Kidman cut off.
Not sure if it's 200. We'll move on to that. We'll move on. But if I mentioned,
what was Matt Sydal when he was in WWE? How much was he? Was he a $1.80 or
$1.80
or $2.10?
$1.80. Anyway, moving on. I'll just state this: if I mention his alternative name, that I do apologise, Lucha Underground. They may not like me revealing this. No. Do you know who that is? Mantanza? That ring a bell?
Yeah.
Him.
And that's Jeff.
Yep. That would be him.
So they know each other quite well.
He's a big guy, isn't he? So...
I thought you were going to reveal Ricochet's alternative.
No. I'm not. No. It's not like, we do, it's very rare that we get to do that, but this is well known. That's well known. If people look it up and typed in Montanza, they'd actually see that. But anyway, moving on. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Mr. Athletic Jeff Cobb, beating by pinfall to retain the undisputed British Heavyweight Championship. Main event time. The aerial assassin, Will Ospreay, versus It's time! It's Vader time!
In all fairness, I'm glad this match finished the way it did.
Vader defeated the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay, by pinfall. However, during the match, Pete Dunne attacked Will Ospreay from behind. Following the match, Will Ospreay agreed to give Pete Dunne a rematch for the British Cruiserweight Championship.
Did Ricochet interfere in the match as well?
There was most likely going to be possible signs of Ricochet being involved, seeing as Pete Dunne attacked him.
Ricochet did interfere in the match. Well, he didn't.
We'll state he did. That's fine. You happy now?
It's Matt Burns only giving one side of a story.
I'm not giving one side of the story. I'm just reading what.
He's so biased, you know.
I'm not biased.
He keeps on going through a loss. He forgets the old times who have played this path before him.
No.
You know, the big guys that are just like you.
I'm a big guy.
Turn sideways and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's fine. That's fine. But anyway, no, that's all I can see from some of my sources that I've been given. So I do apologise. You know, my colleague has also covered the other side. So thank you very much for that. Basically we've put our combined forces. Don't stand there saying you correct me. Otherwise, the next subject, I'll just bury you on.
You can happily cover the next subject.
Because the next subject, straight after this, is your favourite company.
Right. I'm going to state why it's not my favourite company. I know every week I give a reason.
Right. This the news that we're going to be the company that we're going to talk about is What Culture Pro Wrestling.
That Matt's been sucking off on for the last month.
I haven't been sucking on.
But he's been suckling on the nipple of British wrestling.
It's British wrestling. We support British wrestling. You cover the highs, you cover the lows, you cover the betweens.
My problem with this is it hasn't got a stable roster. It doesn't produce its own stars. It does. Which is the problem with half the big wrestling companies in Britain. They're not producing stars that can take over from the ones that are being imported into America. So what happens when most of these get picked up or decide to call it a day?
Call it a day, yeah. Agreed with you on that one.
ICW is trying to do something about it. It's producing the stars.
PCW is doing something about it. They have a scrub as well. And a few other places as well.
But I'd be behind it if it could just employ some local talent. Not just big name in small arena.
They're not going to get bigger.
Oh?
The arenas are getting bigger.
I know, but
and they are up in the game because they are going to a high pay-per-view soon.
Yes, but
they are getting bigger.
They're basically fast tracking. They've basically just stuck a rocket on the back of it. Is it fan sourced? Is the company fan run? Who is bankrolling that motherfucker?
You mean the money wise? I can't say who is producing the money to cost for it. Whoever it has got some very deep pockets. In all fairness,
because it's some people might go, it's setting a good example for British wrestling. Is it? Yeah, this is basically like bringing Roman Abramovich in and going, here's my money, take me to the championship.
You're really bringing the football. I can see what you did there. I
just want, to have a bit of,
build.
Yes.
Build up your own stars. Make them feel special.
Make relationships.
However, not every wrestling company does like that. They're doing it their way. They think that's the best subject. Everyone's got a different way. If it's working for them, they're getting the views, they're getting the people in. They're getting butts. They are getting butts on seats. They are getting names. As much as you can turn around and say, oh, they're doing something wrong. They might be throwing out money willy-nilly, throwing whatever sticks, it works. But the difference is if it's bringing back an income that is making them profitable, then it is working successfully.
I don't think it is turning a profit.
We don't know because we're not.
I don't think it is.
It may or may not be.
Because that business model they're going on, it's
the only way you will know for sure is when it is.
It won't publish its accounts.
Give it a year. I'm not saying it'll publish its accounts, but give it a year. If they're
TNA's
still
had 11 years.
that's TNA. They have an exception. They built themselves up. This is something that's from YouTube. Give them time.
I know.
They will market themselves. You will see what they're going to do, what their future plans are.
You're saying,
Are they going to become just a super show? Eventually, a super show will stop becoming a super show and just become a regular show.
You're saying just give it time to see if it's... Because if it's around, then it should be making money.
No, I'm not saying it would be making money. It could be even just making even. Now, that's not what I'm saying. It depends on how they want to. Are they in it for the money? Are they in it for the love of wrestling?
The clearly wrestling fans, I don't mind that. You know, they've done something about it.
Saying...
all the credit to them. The thing that annoys me is that there's no storyline. There's no... Like, they've got one storyline. I'll rephrase that. They've got one. I don't even know if they carried on because I can't be honest watch. But there's no homegrown talent. Minimal storylines. It's basically just jerking off their own ego.
No, they have got some storylines. They have. They actually have.
Does it have the people that actually run the What Culture Wrestling channel in all the storylines?
Some of it, nope. Not all of them, nope.
And most of them.
The only one that's currently got the What Culture people in is anything that's got involving Big Damo.
Right. Says one.
And possibly anything with Rampage.
Right, says two.
No, that would be under one still because they'd be feuded.
What's the main feud?
Big Damo. Right, the main feud would be BX versus Petite Club. That's one feud.
Which comes from?
What Culture? I agree with you. However, there is a feud between, if I'm not mistaken, you've got... Oh, I'm trying to remember his name now without butchering it. I don't want to butcher it, basically. But if you just bear with me for a minute while I just quickly get the name for you. Before it gets you.
You mean like the Necro Butcher?
Oh, you have to go there. You really had to go there, didn't you?
Oh, I went there.
Right, I'm just trying to find the wrestler now. Here we go. Prince Amin. He's feuding with Gabriel Kidd.
Right.
You've got the whole three-man group, the Prospect.
Gabriel Kidd from the Righteous Army.
Formerly.
Of the Righteous Army.
No, he is part of the Righteous Army in different companies, but he's feuding with Prince Amin. But Amin has got him as his lackey.
Right.
Well, as they stated, slave, which is a bit degrading. I didn't expect it. They've got the fact of the Prospect against a certain tag team of the local hero Joe Hendry and his tag team partner Joseph Connors. So straight away there, we've got another one there.
I just found it annoying that
I understand what you're saying.
They put themselves in the main storyline.
You could say that, but give it time because eventually they will have to push themselves. Now, here's the thing. When it comes for them to realising they need to step away, right? When it's time for them to step away and let the wrestlers produce the show, or not actually produce the show, show the storylines to be the main headers over their feuds and whatever, then fine. Let them, if they do that. If they don't, and it's causing problems in the sense of it's just saying we're the superstars over the wrestlers, then I would argue with that, and I would agree with you.
We'll see what happens.
Give it time. It's still early days.
Well, you can give it time.
Fair enough. However, we do have some news to drop in regards to WCPW. when it comes to their iPay-per-view,
Yeah, that's going to have proper announcers.
they've got a table of three. They've got one of the regular ones that have been currently on it, which is Alex Shane,
Who's a proper announcer?
who has been on the commentating table for quite a while. He has also been a wrestler as well. He's also a former British champion
He also runs WrestleFork.
as well. With him on the table, we've got one of our favourite guys,
Jim Cornette.
Schoolboy Roll Up, get the fuck out of there. It's going to be interesting to see his views on it. See what he calls, see what he thinks of it. It's the third man that's caught my interest.
Probably the best play-by-play in the business.
In the business. Good God Almighty.
JR.
It's JR.
However, by bringing them two in, you open yourself up to showing
ridicule, showing your weaknesses.
Because they're still new. There's still going to be weaknesses there.
Yeah. And there will be. There will be still weaknesses there. But, or could they send them to the next step? Who knows? Only time will tell.
Will it send them to the next step? If they get JR and Cornette in for regular pay-per-views, then maybe.
Yes.
Are they bringing them in live on there, or are they paying them to
for one-off appearance? It's going to be in...
send them the recording.
Nope, it's an iPay-per-view, as in live.
Right, okay. So they've got to fly them in.
They're pretty much flying them in. There you have it.
It'll be interesting. I'm sure you'll tell us all about it.
We will.
No. I'm sure you will tell us all about it.
WCPW Stacked is the iPay-per-view if you want to look it up.
Right then. So, I think that's a nice point for us to end on our pay-per-views.
Well, actually, I'm just double checking if it's Stacked or if it's Refused to Lose is the actual event. It's either Stacked or Refused to Lose. And I think it's October 20th, possibly, is the iPay-per-view, possibly, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to get that double checked for you now. So if you give me a brief minute while you mention anything that you want to cover.
Yeah, so we'll plug out our usual mentions. So we want to say thank you for the people that listen and that help us spread. You know, everyone that shares us is helping us to spread out. The more topics you give us, the more topics we'll cover for you. We're quite happy to cover your topics instead of picking things to discuss each week. If you tell us what you want to listen to, we'll cover it.
We will cover any subject. We will cover any subject in a way.
So,
as within reason.
So, this week, if you can follow your local Botchamania channel, which is put up by Matthew, go to Dailymotion, don't go to YouTube.
If you try to watch it on YouTube,
it's only a small screen.
It's only a small screen. My mistake. I was right. It was Refused to Lose, which is October 1st. It wasn't Stacked.
So yeah. So if you go to watch
WCPW on October 6th, which is actually getting from live on iPay-per-view, live from the Domain Newcastle. You'll be able to see it, but the suppose it's most likely going to be on YouTube for everybody to watch.
Yeah, so that's fine. So check out Botchamania. There's some decent episodes on there at the moment, some really good stuff.
Oh, definitely.
And then we'd also like to send out a nice little shout out to our friend who we've been saying thank you to for the last couple of weeks. He's helping us no end, which would be.
He is somebody who's been. We're not going to mention the actual person's name. We're going to mention the group.
Yeah.
Because in all fairness, it's the group that's actually doing it for us, which is the UK Wrestle Fan Zone. They've always come around to help us. They've always been helping everything that they've done. They've basically talked to us. They've always advertised. So it's always nice to shout out back to them,
So that's a thank you to them. Also, a big thank you to the Boards of Doubles League, who,
which we proudly sponsor.
yeah, this year they've proudly represented us when we've been out to the event. Yes, I know I will. So I have no choice but to be on my best or worst behavior. You see it.
Yeah, right, anyway.
So, yeah, so just everyone just keep out spreading the word. And
The first was a WT, which, if I'm not mistaken,
which was a question.
which was a question from
Miss Moeko.
Miss Waco. So straight away, we do answer questions. If you've got any that you want us to literally hit out, send them to us, messages, anything. Just get them to us. We will cover any subject. If you deem it interesting, we'll deem it interesting.
Yeah. So you can follow us on Facebook at The Burning Truth, Twitter at Wrestling's44, and you can email us at theburningtruth@outlook.com.
That you can. That you can.
So,
or you can catch us on our individual ones, which we've already mentioned them out. You know.
if you was about to say spewed.
Well, we have. We
So-
have.
So yes. So if you follow us on that, and other than that, folks, go watch your local wrestling.
Definitely. Always check out your local wrestling, and most of all, stay safe.